Good morning, guys. Today is April 28th, and I am actually going to be going through the rest of the week's assignments with you. That way, you have access to all of it, and in case my technology decides to not cooperate with me again, it'll be ready for you. So I hope that's okay. But if not, and you need me to go through on a separate day or assignment, just let me know, and I don't mind to do that at all. This is all last week's stuff. Okay, so this is your math. Yesterday, you should have done this cooking up concessions and the waiting game. Also, sorry, my allergies are really bad today, so if I'm hard to hear, I apologize. Today, you were working on Ferris wheel frolics and oh, what a beautiful day. So if you go to the packet that I uploaded, it has things in color and it's a little bit easier to read. So here you have your graph that's showing you the hourly Ferris wheel riders information, and it's hourly on your x-axis. X-axis goes across, y is vertical. So when it's between 12 and 1 p.m., there are 40 riders. Between 1 and 2 p.m., you have a little bit over 80, okay, and so on, okay. Then your data chart goes here. Let's see here. So you have questions that say list of 2 time frames where the crowds were lower than during the previous hour. So what they're saying is, this would not be your answer because previously it was lower. The amount went up. You need to look for one, like as an example right here, where you had more riders and then it went down. That is what they're asking. Okay. Then during which time frame did the crowds dip the most? You're just looking for which one has the most of a decline. So it went down. Which hour had the most? And then you're comparing between 2 and 3 p.m. and 8 and 9 p.m. Then also today, you are looking, this is a day of the week, the high temperature and the low temperature. So you're looking, then you create a line graph to display the predicted temperatures throughout the week while the carnival is in town. Okay? So what's the difference between the high and low temperatures on Sunday? You're just subtracting. Okay, your line graph should have 2 different lines. What should they show? Okay, I'll help you with that one because we really haven't got into that a whole lot. It should be your high temperature and your low temperature, and then let's talk about the patterns. Okay, if you need help, let's look here. I'm going to Google how to make a line graph. Okay, you could make one on your computer and then copy one. There's also how to draw one. You could even put in what is a line graph. Okay, so there's this. It's mathisfun.com. This is a line graph here. So you would need to make something like this and then have 2 separate lines for your high temperatures and your low temperatures. That's it. Okay. Then for tomorrow's math, so this is for Wednesday, you have terrific ticket sales. So you decide to keep track of the number of tickets you sell for each day of the carnival. Look at the data table below, and then you're going to create a bar graph to display the data. Finally, follow the directions in the box. Okay, so bar graph is where you've got the bars, plain and simple. Okay, this one's not going to be double bar graph, it's just single. You'll have each of these numbers. You'll have your days of the week and your tickets sold. That's it. Okay, you need to have a title. So maybe tickets sold daily, something like that. Your x-axis is across. So you need to decide if you want that to be your tickets sold or if you want it to be your days of the week. That's up to you. Your y-axis here needs to be labeled as well. And then you have a scale. So you can do this with hundreds. You can do it by 50s, 200s, whatever. Okay, then here you need to circle the day of the week that had the second highest number of tickets sold, and then cross out the day that had the lowest number of tickets sold. You will also be looking at this data chart. This is a double bar graph that you have here. Okay, so if you need an idea of how to structure yours, I'd look here. Let me make this a little bit bigger so it's a little easier to read. So it says, in addition to keeping track of how many tickets you sold each day, you also thought it was equally important to keep track of how many of those tickets were children's tickets or adult tickets. So you use a double bar graph to answer the questions and fill in the blanks on the data table. They give you a hint. You can look at the previous page to get your exact numbers. Okay, so here, adult tickets, there were 250. I need to find the child tickets. So I would do 698 minus 250 to find out how many were child tickets and vice versa. Okay. Then here, they're asking you to create labels for the title, your x-axis, and your y-axis in the appropriate spots. Then here, what's the value of each of the tick marks on the y-axis between 0 and 50? So you need to tell me what each of these means. Is it 5? Is it 10? Whatever. Okay? Explain how you can tell the difference between adult tickets and child tickets on the graph. Ooh. Okay? On which day did almost the same number of adults as children attend the carnival? And then on which days did more children attend the carnivals than adults? Okay? Then let me think. I think this is Thursday. Sorry. Okay. So then you're looking at men, women, and children. These are your circle graphs. You may have also heard these called pie graphs. Same thing. Okay. These are the 3 busiest days of your carnival. They display how many men, women, and children attended each day. Then you're following the directions to complete the task. So you are to make another type of graph. You could use to display the same data. You could do this as a line graph if you wanted to do it as a bar graph. Whatever works for you is fine by me. Just make it easy on yourself and make sure the data is reflected appropriately. Okay. Now they want you to make 2 circle graphs to display the number of adults versus children for the slowest 2 days. So you'll just combine your women and men to make the adults. Okay. Then next up is how low can you go? Okay. So there's a minimum height to ride on each ride. You're reading this line plot below that shows the number of rides that require a certain height. Then you'll use the clues to fill in the data table. Okay. So the tilt-a-whirl, you need to figure out what's the minimum height. This one is a little bit more challenging. You really kind of have to sit here and think on this one. It says the big swing, roller coaster, big drop, and space rocket all have this same minimum height requirement. So that shows me that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that have the same. So that right there is going to give you the information. Okay, so these 4 have 48 inches. So there's your hint from me. Okay, if you can ride the motor cars and the carousel, you can also ride the tilt-a-whirl too. Okay, the shortest children can only ride the Ferris wheel and the pirate ship. And then the track and train requires riders to be taller than 3.5 feet. Okay, here you're kind of coming up with your own clues. So you're writing 3 if-then statements about the minimum height. So like if you can ride the big drop, you can ride the motor cars. Okay, here they want you to convert these heights that are in inches to feet and inches. Okay, so really this looks like a lot of work there, but it's not a whole lot when you think about the fact that a lot of these share the same amounts. Okay, remember feet have 12 inches, so use that information to help you out. Okay, then you have dashing for darts. There's a balloon dart game that's popular at your carnival. There's a wall of balloons. Each player gets 5 darts for each round of play. If they pop a balloon, they win. When the Jones family came to play, you decided to measure how far away from the balloons each dart landed. Data is displayed in the table below. You'll create this line plot here based on the data and answer the questions. Okay, so which person hit the balloon with a dart? How do you know? You'll have to look at this. Which person or people missed the balloon by the greatest distance? What's one conclusion you can draw from the data? And explain how you use your line plot to determine which distance occurred. Here, this is like graphing. This is your x-axis here. You'll trace that in green. Y is yellow. Okay, so it's over, up with these. So I go over 10, up 1 to plot the big swings. Okay, and so on. So you have to create a scale for the coordinate system that allows a max value of 10 on both the x-axis and y-axis. So you're plotting all of these, and then there are 3 locations that they need you to give directions for. Okay, then here you're going to consider your favorite rides and make some different graphs, and then these are challenges. If any of the pages aren't on that packet, don't feel like you have to do them. I just wanted to make sure they were explained so that way it was available to you. Okay, and then I'll real quick go through the rest of the packet with you. I wanted to make sure you understood math. You should have done this yesterday for reading and social studies along with the questions. Today you are talking about slavery, or rather reading about it. Then there's questions with that as well. Then you're talking about the disunion and road to war. More questions. The secession. Questions. Economy. Questions. Writing, you should be working on your body paragraph, the first body paragraph today. Okay. Then Wednesday, second body paragraph. Thursday, third body paragraph. Friday, conclusion, and you're turning it in. Okay, make sure you've read these 3 passages, and then you're going to tell me who you felt like used the best growth mindset, or who was the best example of that. Make sure in your body paragraphs you're using a fact, example, statistic, or flashback to really kind of tie that in. I need you to prove your opinion to me. Make me believe what you believe. Okay, then today is the 28th, so you have library. Miss Wells would like you to go to Brain Pop and take a quiz and record your score about poems. That's still the same. I just read 3rd and 4th grade, but it's still the same poetry there with Brain Pop. After taking the quiz, after you watched it, record your score, and then she wants you to go to the worksheet and answer the first 4 questions. Or you can write an acrostic poem using your favorite hobby. So for readings, you might recreational, fun for the mind, for the art. Okay. PE for tomorrow, there's a Beachbody Kids workout that you can do. She wants you to click on you versus 2, rock it out segment, and follow along. Or you could create an obstacle course for yourself and siblings to complete. It could include jump rope, push-ups, dribbling a ball, sprinting, balancing. Miss Morris would love to see you videotape that so she can see what you created. For technology for Miss Bailey, she'll want you to go to Brain Pop, type internet safety in the search box, and watch a video about internet safety and take the quiz. Or make a list of personal private information that you should not share with strangers online. Okay, art. You are to watch a video about an artist. You can go to this website here, type in cartoon style with, I guess, Saran Norris. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The video is 5 minutes long. Or you can draw a picture of something in your home using only cool colors, which is green, blue, and purple. And then if you need the Brain Pop logo, here it is. You can also log in from Clever. I hope that overview helped you. Like I said, if you need any additional help, please just reach out and I will be with you. Have a great day and rest of the week.